gorgeous group, my gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome back to my channel, the Pleiadian Priestess. Forgive me, I'm so used to jumping right in to group one that I forgot that I'm doing an intro first because I have my mushrooms, crystals, okay? Or stones, okay? So, welcome to my channel, the Pleiadian Priestess. Thank you for joining me here today. Okay, I'm done. Today's reading is going to be about, I'm actually kind of stumped because I was well set on doing what will your next partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, crush, whatever, is to give everybody a little chance to get a look into their person, look-see. Think of your looks, personality, vibe, whatever, wants to come through. I want to touch on, at least one or two of those topics. Personality and vibe are the same, right? But sometimes the algorithm responds better to certain words than others. So I'm trying to say everything up in this B, okay? So, but then as I was sitting here, I'm like, maybe the first impression would be cute. What would your next partner crushes, like first impression of you be? And then we can get into the how they'll feel about you after they get to know you. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm well and truly stumped. But either way, it's going to be some kind of variation of how will your crush, next boyfriend, girlfriend, person, partner, future spouse think of your looks versus personality. And I think I will do like when they first meet you and then later on do a reading about what they think after they get to know you. Just to give a little more variation so the reading doesn't have to be as long as me getting into both in one reading. Save something for later, okay? So yeah, we'll do that. We'll go with that. So we have 3 stones or 3 options for you to choose from. These are mini shrooms. So adorable. They are made from gemstones, of course. So for group 1, we have the rose quartz. We're gonna do what we did last time. Put my hand behind it so you can see it better. See, that's much better. See, it has like dimensions and, textures and flavors to it. So we have the rose quartz mini mushroom. This is really pretty, actually. Once you get to see the dimensions of it, then it like gets way prettier. Look at that. Okay. Then for the second one, we have, what is this called? A sesame agate. This is a sesame agate. This one also has like really pretty dimensions. And it's like a really pretty blue. I don't know if you can see it properly to the camera, like when I stop moving it. Like there's like hints of like teal and like really light pretty blue. Hopefully you can pick it up and you can see it if you're watching. It's so freaking pretty. It's a sesame agate. Like you see some sparkle there. Like if I do it maybe farther away, it looks better. Sometimes close-up look isn't the best, Sorry. And it like glitters a little bit, which is really pretty. Like, so you guys get to see it better when there's like something blocking it. And then last but certainly not least, we have red jasper. And this one is really striking as well. Then it has like one little dot of like black right there. But really pretty, actually. I don't know if I've ever used these. I have like 3 packs of these. Whenever I see cute little props I can use for readings, I pick them up. I feel like I used the other 2 that I have at home, but I saw this one. It didn't look as familiar, so I picked it up, so I'll use it in today's reading, and here we are. So you're going to choose group 1, group 2, or group 3. Stone 1, which is the rose quartz. I repeat, rose quartz. Group 2, I repeat, sesame agate. And then group 3 is the red jasper. So choose one or whichever ones call out to you. You can always choose more than one. There will be a thumbnail image after this one if you want to choose between both and see which calls out to you. Maybe a stone will call out to you and then a thumbnail image will call out to you. Whatever you want to do, it's your decision. I'm just here to, help you enjoy life a little bit better, okay? But you're going to choose the stone, the thumbnail image that calls out to you the most, and then I will see you at your reading. See you over there. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 1s. If you chose the beautiful rose quartz crystal here, then welcome. I love how the rose quartz has like a subtlety to it. Like it's not like shocking bright pink. It's not the brightest pink you'll ever see. It always gives like vibes of clear quartz with a hint of rose, which is why I love what it's called rose quartz. It's so pretty. Okay, but as we all know, this energy is one of like love, self-love, romantic love, platonic love, familial love, doesn't really matter. I just heard eros, so I think it is more romantic love, but rose quartz in general helps facilitate more love in general in your life. Okay, so if you chose, like, look at that, it looks so like ethereal and pretty. It looks like what this looks like actually, those what do they call them, jellyfish under the sea, and there's white ones, and when they like move up and down like this through the sea, they kind of glow a little bit, and that's what this rose quartz is kind of giving me. So maybe you have a glow to you, because this reading is going to be about what will your next partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, crush, whatever, current crush, whatever you want it to be, person, your next person, what will they think of you, your looks, personality, vibe, but it's like first impression. We're going to do another reading further down the line about how they feel about you in general, but this is first impression. When you first meet them, what are they thinking of you? And it's giving glowy. It's giving ethereal, okay? It's giving a multi-dimensional. Like I said, the more I move it around, the more you get to see little pieces of like white in there. And then you move it around more, and then it gets more rosy. But it's like, everything is not what it seems with you, is the vibe that I'm getting. But on camera, it doesn't really convey the rose. Okay, maybe like that. Against my skin, which has like a pink tint to it. Maybe it's conveying the rosiness of it. So maybe some of you have like rosy cheeks. But there is definitely giving something here about a glow. I'm also hearing maybe ectoplasm. So some of you could be giving like the glowy, what is it called? Donut look, glazed donut look, right? Your skin, glass skin. They're all in the same boat. Maybe those are vibes that you guys are giving to this person when they first meet you. But either way, there's a glow about you that kind of attracts them to you, like initially, okay? So just put that over there. And let's see what comes through in the cards. We're going to start off with looks, of course. So your first impression, looks-wise. This person. What will their first impression be of my group one's looks, please? I'm hearing guyasha, so maybe like your face is like very sculpted, or there's something here about you look like you take care of yourself, right? Because when we think of rose quartz, I always think of anyway Venus, and Venus is like very much like Venusian things are self-care, self-love, like rosy, pretty, aesthetic. Like that's the kind of energy coming. So you're coming through. So you're very aesthetically pleasing to look at. That's your first impression, okay? You give off a like Venusian, clean, girl. Yeah, clean. You smell good. You look good. That kind of thing. Like I just want to keep looking at this person. The more I look at them, the more I find things that I like. It's the kind of vibe coming through. That's the last shuffle. Not this bracelet. Look like it's going through the struggle. Don't do that. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just fixing the bracelets. And they're going through the struggle. Excuse you. Much better. Don't mind me. Oh boy, that could be something. Like you like to look a certain kind of way, so when they first see you, it's kind of like you're primping yourself. Like you don't want a hair to be out of place. Maybe it's obvious you like them when they first meet you, and it's kind of like you're zhuzhing up your hair and like pushing up the boobies, for my girls out there, putting on an extra coat of lip gloss, being extra flirty, extra cutesy. If anything's out of place, you're fixing it immediately so they don't see it, kind of energy. When you try to impress your crush, because you're not trying to be sloppy or look any kind of way around them. They're still a crush. It hasn't become anything serious yet, which is why I love to do the nuance of the first impression, because it's kind of like they can tell that you want to look good for them. It's kind of like endearing them to you a little bit more. But, the more you get to know someone, the more you are comfortable with seeing them in all sorts of dress and undress and, looking good and looking not so good. Okay, waking up with the little spit stains on the side of your mouth because some of you drool in your sleep, like that kind of stuff. But you don't want them to see that part of you when you first meet them. So it's kind of like you're on your best behavior, right? Look-wise. So for my group ones, please. I was really sitting here struggling to make these bracelets look cute. I'm like, nah, you're not going to be seeing just skin and all that. That's ghetto. I need to put my best foot forward, child. Look at that. Now they look cute, okay? And look, my skin is kind of, well, it is glowing. So I got a new spray that I was talking about in a previous video about what your looks giving recently. I started shopping at like Lush, it's probably been a year at this point, and they have like a glittery spray. You spray it on, it makes you smell delicious, but it gives a little bit of glitter as well. So you're glowing, like I said, with that ectoplasm jellyfish image coming through. Okay, so their first impression, glowy. We have Queen of Swords. I don't know if I want to take reversals. I haven't taken reversals in a long time. There's no need for me to. I don't think so. Okay, so look-wise, the Queen of Swords would be I feel like, for me, the poster girl for clean beauty, only using things you need to use. She doesn't have need or necessity for full glam. So she's doing the bare minimum. She's making sure her skin looks good at the very least, and going outside, she's making sure her eyebrows are done. You know what I mean? Maybe she gets her eyelash extensions so she doesn't have to wear mascara. Like anything to make her beauty routine as simple as possible. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands gives they're putting extra primp into it. Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles are giving natural beauty. So Queen of Swords is giving the bare minimum for when it comes to like makeup and stuff like that, I feel like. But the skincare is going to be on point because your skin has to look beautiful if it's going to be showing and glowing all day long, right? So the Queen of Wands is very clinical when it comes to certain things. So you're using only the best products, right? You're making sure your skin is glowing so it looks like you're wearing makeup even if you're not wearing it, but you're not the kind of person who wants to put too much like stuff on. Of course you're wearing makeup, maybe a little bit of concealer to cover the trouble spots. Maybe, you're doing your eyebrows, laminating them. Like I said, you're going to have like the things you can wake up and look cute doing or wearing, the extension eyelashes, so you don't have to worry about mascara, right? You're laminating your eyebrows, you don't have to worry about doing them, gelling them, slicking them down, whatever, taming them. You know what I mean? You're wearing a bonnet, so you're making sure your hair, you wake up with your hair looking somewhat okay already, right? So I'm hearing, yeah, you're laying the groundwork, the foundation before it even comes time to going out and looking presentable. So you're definitely giving the person who likes her showers, skincare routine, your shower routine. You're definitely using the African net sponge that you're using. You're cleansing twice. You're getting the behind the knees. You're getting behind the ears. You're scrubbing those toes. You're getting pedicures, manicures. The upkeep is the whole thing. Is what I just like, the whole effect. You don't have to put on the whole face every morning because the upkeep keeps the the filter, the effect going. If that makes sense, it's kind of like giving glamour work. You keep up the glamour work so you don't have to do too much when it comes time to look cute. You're always looking cute. Okay? I hope that makes sense, guys. So basically, your taking care of yourself routine is always on point. So you don't have to do too much when it comes time to going out and looking cute. You can just get up and throw on some clothes, clean up the creases in your eyes, wash your face, do your routine, and then leave out the house because you've laid the groundwork when you went to sleep. You wash your face before you went to sleep. You took a shower. You cleaned it between your toes. You brushed your teeth. You put on the bonnets. When you wake up in the morning, bonnet off, hair still good, right? Face was already washed from yesterday. Don't got to do much on that, right? Eyelash extensions already on. Don't got to use mascara. You know what I mean? Things like that. You lay the groundwork so you always look like someone who's well put together, if that makes sense. So it is giving kind of high maintenance, but not in the way of someone slapping on a bunch of makeup, to go out and look cute because they haven't been putting in the time to take care of themselves beforehand, That's what I'm getting. You're very serious about how you look. And this person can tell because as soon as anything happens, like I said, my bracelets, they're fixing it, You're always pulling out a mirror to make sure your hair still looks good. Everything is fine. If you are wearing makeup, the makeup is still intact kind of energy is the first impression you're giving off to this crush person, next boyfriend, girlfriend when they first meet you, okay? Well put together, refined, elegant is what I just heard. Ooh, juicy. We have 10 of Cups. Interesting. So this is kind of giving, I don't know, whatever they want in a woman. Because 10 of Cups is like feeling so like I said, endeared to someone that is kind of like impossible to ignore. So it's kind of like you are a magnet and they were magnetized to you, or, you enchanted them in some kind of way. You know what I mean? giving the Taylor Swift song was enchanting to meet you kind of energy. So it's kind of like when they meet you, you're giving queen status, you're giving high fae, if you will, right? Let me stop. But it's definitely giving that, where they're just naturally beautiful. They have a kind of a glamour on them, right? I think that's something that was mentioned in the ACOTAR series, so some of you could like have read those books, but there's something about the high fae that make them prettier than the rest of the fae. They're definitely giving glamour, magic has been placed on them to make them the prettiest of all. You know what I mean? Because I think, what was her name? Farah. She was the main character from the first few ACOTAR books. She was pretty as a human, right? But it wasn't until she turned into high fae that she became even more pretty, you know? That kind of thing, where the things are like extra refined, you know? So it's kind of like you're giving off an untouchable vibe, but they like it. If that makes sense. That's for your first impression anyway, okay? Because 10 of Cups is kind of like I don't know, it's an extension, it's a level up, it's an upgrade from the 9 of Cups, which is already a wish fulfillment. So it's kind of like, already you're my type, that's it, we're going home together, period. It's kind of like instant soulmate kind of energy, or instant, gratification, excuse me. Y'all going home with them for real? Okay, period. Be safe, thank you. Anyway, let me stop. I'm serious. It's kind of like instant, that's my type, that's my person. There's no one else that I want in this establishment. That's them right there. You don't even got to say anything or open your mouth. Your whole vibe is just giving it to me right now. Your whole look is like, yeah, exactly what I want in a woman or a man. You know what I mean? Or a person. Love it. Okay? Because it's an upgrade from the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is already a vibe of, I'm getting my wish. 10 of Cups is, okay, pack it up, we're going home. Like, cut the tapes, cut the cameras, like, what's about to go down is should not be seen on television kind of energy, you know? That's the first impression you're giving this person when it comes to your looks. Like, okay, pack it up, let's go, cut the cameras, it's about to get XXX in here. Yo, y'all are cracking me up. Your person is funny. They could be funny, you could be funny, I don't know. But it's just, I love this energy here. It's kind of like, yep, that's my person, let's go. I don't want to hear anything. I said, let's go. And it's like, they might seriously be like that. Like, okay, yeah, you're the person I've been looking for this whole time. The 10 of Cups is the person you would want to spend the rest of your life with, or it's the energy you would want to feel around the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, if that makes sense, okay? What the hell? Okay. You could come out of nowhere, honestly. You could be like this person's exact type to a T, scarily so. You could look like eerily like one of their celebrity crushes or something, because I don't know where it came from, because we're inside, but like a little spider popped up onto the table, which is why you heard me say, what the hell? And then I took a card to kind of flick it off, but it jumped from somewhere, and then it jumped off the desk. And I don't like that, because I don't play with insects. But the way you just scared the hell out of me, it's kind of like, what the heck? I wasn't expecting to meet someone like you. I wasn't expecting to be like so entranced by someone like you. You know what I mean? Oh, the ghetto. Anywho. And that makes so much sense, because you guys chose the rose quartz, which is that kind of Venus energy, which is Aphrodite energy, Immediately I'm under your spell. That kind of energy, yeah. I'm under your spell. Let me stop. Not Buffy coming through. God, how could this be? Playing with my memory. I've been through hell. Willow, can't you see? There'll be nothing left of me. You made me believe me. I don't want. Let me stop, guys. You guys got me acting a fool in this reading. I'm sorry. Once I start singing Buffy from the musical episode, it's over for y'all, because that was my ish, okay? Anyway, yeah, but you know what? Now that I'm singing it, it can kind of tie into the reading in a way, because the way that Giles and Tara so beautifully and methodically or melodically kind of blend together, and that song is kind of gorgeous. And I wish I could sing it at the same time. I wish I had two me's so we can harmonize the song. But it's kind of like when they both realize they have to go. Tara is realizing that Willow was playing with her memory. And that could be something, like I said, there's something here about a spell, a glamour. When this person meets you or sees you for the first time, it's kind of like, am I actually seeing what is there? Like, is someone playing with my mind? Like, are you a witch or something? You know what I mean? Because, for example, in the episode, Tara is worried or finds out that Willow is playing with her memory. So they're having little fights, and Willow is making her forget they're having fights. And that's a sore spot for Tara, because before Willow met her, she was under mind control of some evil witch named Glory. So Willow met Tara at a time where she was being controlled by someone else, her every action, right? So for you to know that about me and then move on, start to control me in a relationship, it's very ghetto. Even if you think it's harmless, I just want us to stop fighting, da da da. It's not up to you to put some spell on me so I can forget our fights. Like, that's type ghetto, Willow. And that's when Tara was like, yeah, I gotta go. And then Giles was also enabling Buffy, because this is the part of the show where she comes back to life, after being unalived at the end of season 5. And she just doesn't want to deal with nothing, because at this point her friends dragged her out of heaven, or what she thought was heaven, and she is fed up of having to be living this ghetto life back on Earth. And I don't blame her. So Giles is like doing everything in his power to make her transition back into the living world, make her transition as smooth as possible, essentially. And Buffy's like letting him do everything, parent her sister, what that girl name was, Dawn. I couldn't stand her. I hated Dawn, child. Anyway, and Giles was like, yeah, I gotta go. So this is the point of the show where they both realize they have to go, because they're enabling behavior that is not good. So, like I said, I'm under your spell is Tara's part, and then playing with my memory, you make me complete. And then here comes Giles. Believe me, I don't wanna go. But anyway, it's so beautiful, child. I wish I could remember the name of the song. I think it's Under Your Spell. But yeah, it's like the perfect blend of the male voice and Tara's female voice. And that's kind of like how it's going to feel when this person is like around you. So yes, I had a point for going with that long-winded explanation, okay? It's kind of like, okay, we're finally on the same page. Tara knew she had to go, so did Giles, and now they're singing in harmony in this hauntingly beautiful way. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like some magic is like wounding their way around you guys during this first impression meeting, whatever this may be. And it's kind of like, oh, you step out of their dreams. It could be the same for them. They stepped out of your dreams, and now it's kind of like this haunting, lilting melody is playing around you guys, and you guys are like falling in love or under the spell. You know what I mean? Anywho, we're moving on. We have the Crone of Pentacles, and this is the King of Pentacles. So this is definitely giving, like, I don't know, it girl, but in a way of I'm grown, like I'm seasoned, I'm experienced, I've been through things. And I kind of feel like the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords have that kind of untouchable air about them in common, where the King of Pentacles is just like, yeah, I did it. I'm successful. I run my own business. I'm that person. Like, don't play with me. I'm the leader, right? And then the Queen of Swords is, I know this. I know that. Don't talk to me. I'm this. That kind of energy. They have that same air of like authority, superiority kind of energy, which can make some people feel inferior. But your person's kind of like, oh, I like that it's hot, So maybe some of you are like a cold, I'm hearing, oh my gosh, I don't want to say that word. The BASTARD word, some of you could be a cold, that word if you're a guy. And for others of you, you could be seen as like a cold, BITCH to men, but that's your person's type. They like that, playing hard to get, I'm above it all. You guys are beneath me kind of energy. You know what I mean? So their first impression is kind of giving like, oh, this person is, she's so high above me. She's so lovely. She's so high by Tall Bachman. That song is coming through. Some of you guys can be 90s babies, because those are throwbacks. Buffy and Tall Bachman, She's So High, those are like late 90s, early 2000s songs. So that could be your vibe, right? Maybe some of you are like Y2K, or you were alive when Y2K was just 90s vibe, you know? But anywho, that could be your style as well, Y2K. And they're kind of like, oh my gosh, you look just like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she was my celebrity crush kind of energy, you know? That's the vibe that I'm getting from this first impression meeting between you and your person, how they're feeling about you, okay? So you're reaching celebrity crush status for them on this first impression, okay? But King of Pentacles is definitely giving a little bit untouchable kind of energy, you know, in his little high tower, in his penthouse apartment, right? Deluxe apartment in the sky kind of vibes. And Queen of Swords is definitely giving prim, proper, well, like, there's a word I'm trying to get. Well, not calculated, groomed, well groomed. You know what I mean? So you're giving an air of, I came from money or status, or I know I'm too good for the people in this place. And this person here, that's their type, okay? You're their type, essentially. So we're getting, and then we have Temperance, and look at what the heck she's giving. Tell me she's not giving like silver screen actress from like the 50s, 60s, and 70s, you know, or more so 40s, 50s, and 60s. Tell me she's not giving that, like, what do they call it, the golden era of Hollywood. She's giving one of those people, the black dress, the pearls, the glow to her hair, and she's giving old money vibes. So absolutely, but there's like something like ruthless about you as well, which is why we have Temperance, because you blend those energies so well, okay? This is really interesting. I wasn't expecting this, and this is kind of giving that vibe as well. Look at how they're dressed in this card and how they're dressed in this card. Like maybe you balance the flamboyant slash like traditional really well. There's vibes of that coming through for you where you're kind of giving them both, okay? But this is definitely giving like, I don't know, leading lady actress. The classic beauty standard is what this is kind of coming through as for me, the Temperance card. Temperance is also, funnily enough, Sag energy. And I never think of Sag as being tempered or temperate or whatever the word may be. I never think of that when I think of Sag, because they're always more, bigger, better, louder, you know, more extravagant. I want more. Them being like Jupiter ruled. So I never think of just enough or just right or just a little bit more of this, or, you know, trying to keep that steady balance or harmony as Sag energy, which is like, you know, but that could be you as well. You could be very flamboyant, like I said, but also very like reserved, and more like stern, you know? And this person likes the mixture of that you kind of give off, okay? But your looks are definitely giving very well put together, okay? It's giving very feminine for my feminines, the dresses. It's giving very masculine for my masculines, the suits or the slacks, the button-down shirts, okay? The flowy, very mature, very grown dresses for my, like I said, feminines coming through here. Very like flowy, maybe form-fitting. A lot of patterns, very colorful, because these two cards here are full of colors. So is this one. This is the only one that's giving like Breakfast at Tiffany vibes here. The little black dress that she wears in the movie, okay? And that's very much of its time. So that could be a little bit of a different vibe coming through here for different people, maybe. Maybe some of you are very flamboyant, very colorful, very like, you know, they like patterns and all that kind of stuff. And then some of you just like a little black dress. That'll do it. That's all you need. And some pearls, okay? And there's something here about either tattoos or like something on her arms. They're definitely giving tattoos, but it could be a part of the dress as well, right? So you're giving old money slash flamboyant, and that could be their specific type for your looks. But that's what's coming through like right off the bat for how you look. And we're already 24 minutes in. Jesus Christ, okay? Let me try to get into what they think of your personality and vibe, which I think always already comes through with looks. This will just be confirmation. Why are the cards acting? Okay, so their personality vibe, the first impression they will give their next partner, crush, girlfriend. Please, Spirit. Just using all the words. We have the Hermit. See, there's an energy of reservedness coming through. Shy, like, like timeless, old-fashioned is what I'm hearing. Traditional to you, but also not, because it's kind of coming out in reverse. But, and look at how we have, it's just giving triple moon goddess vibes. I never knew that the Hermit card was associated with that. If you can see, we have the head in the middle and the head on two heads on the side. That's the triple moon goddess symbol, I feel like. And then we have these two cards flying over here. We have Nine of Swords, and then so yeah, you're weary. Like a weary traveler who's kind of like wary of everyone that comes in contact with them. Like someone who's like on their guard is the vibe that's coming through for you when it comes to personality and vibe. So when this person first meets you, it's kind of like you're on your guard. You're a little anxious. You're maybe fidgety is the kind of energy coming through. Because we have the Crone of Swords, which is the King of Swords, but you're also very direct. You know, you make eye contact, but there's something here about a wariness. You don't know what to expect from this person as they're talking to you, because you could be used to being used or being sexualized, you know what I mean? Never taken seriously, taken too seriously, being made fun of, being criticized. So it's like when this person comes up to you, trying to talk to you, you're weary of their intentions at first. And this King of Swords is kind of like being direct, being cold in a kind of way. And with that coming out with the Hermit, it's definitely giving leave me alone, I don't want to talk to you energy. And that standoffish vibe paired with what came through with your looks is definitely giving, if this spider don't move, it's now on top of the guys. Y'all ever heard of a little small stupid spider that could jump? It's not even that big, it's like a dot. You know what, I'm gonna kill it. Let me stop. Because it's like it's just they're looking at me. Spiders can be important to you guys or this person. Because I swear to God, it was just staring at me and I'm like, what do you want? I don't business with bugs or arachnids, whatever. Shoot. Anywho, yeah. This person could be creeping on you before they even say anything to you. It's like a vibe that I'm getting. They're just sitting there staring at you. And you be the kind of person that's about like both. Like, what are you looking at? You give that kind of mannerism or face. Like, what are you looking at? You know, when they're looking at you, they're kind of like, they just run away. Because they don't want to be like crushed under your boot or your thumb kind of energy. You're a little scary when, especially your vibe coming through here. Nine of Swords, King of Swords, and the Hermit is kind of like, leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered, right? And they're like, how am I going to do this? So they spend a good amount of time like just lurking and seeing how, or trying to figure out how to approach you. This is so adorable, guys. I can't even lie. Your person's like, but you're so pretty. And you're like, leave me alone. With your like stabby knife in your hand, like, Michael Myers vibe. Like, if you get any closer, I swear, you may have bad experiences. We all do, right? But your vibe is just like, do not mess with me, right? Do not talk to me. I'm not interested. And this person's like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, I love this. Okay. But the Hermit is giving very Virgo, and Virgo tend to be, like I said, prim and proper. They are very traditional, I feel like, and they tend to take on the virgin archetype, which is untouched, unruffled, not oblivious. I mean, maybe sometimes, you know. I'm hearing austere, like something like that. It's definitely giving like timeless beauty, where they stepped out of a freaking movie from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And that's the kind of persona you're taking, right? And this person's like, now, how do I get this person to open up to me? Okay, I'll be the pursuer. Maybe that's what they want. You don't want that. Then they're kind of like, maybe I'll move away. And then you don't want that. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe you're giving a little bit hard to please energy. They don't know how to please you and they're trying to figure it out, you know? But this Hermit card is definitely giving, you know, she looks like very, I don't know. Let me show you the card. I don't know how to describe how she's looking here. She's looking on her camera. Her eyes are closed. She's not even looking up or at someone directly. But the King of Swords most definitely is. So I don't know who's coming through in this reading. Maybe we have a little mix coming through where some of you are very direct, or this person's feeling like they have to be this King of Swords in order to get you out of your shell. They have to be like, yo, little mama, little whisper your ear. Oh, let me stop. But they may have to be that direct, because otherwise you may not know they're flirting, or you may not understand they're interested in you that kind of way, you know? Hope it makes sense, child. But that's the kind of energy coming through for your vibe and personality. A little reserved, a little shy, very wise beyond your years. Kind of energy you're giving, like, crone energy is what's coming through for you guys, because especially because we have this, what I believe is a triple moon goddess coming through here. You're giving very much crone, especially because it's coming out the Hermit card, and the Hermit card is very much about learning, going deeper, evolving, you know, taking time to get to know who you are as a person. So you seem like very, not self-involved, it's not the word I'm looking for. You seem very like sure of yourself. You know who you are, you know? And you're happy being on your own by yourself, unbothered. And most people can't say that. They need to be with someone. They have to have a partner. They can't be outside in the world with no one, showing up solo, you know? They gotta be, oh, friend, can you come? Oh, this, can you come? And you're just out here by yourself, walking your dog, minding your business. And this person's like, oh, wow, okay. And like, how do I approach this person without coming off as too eager or too aggressive or too much? Because this person doesn't seem like they want someone who's like too much. But then I also have to be direct, and I also have to, you know, there's like so many like tricks and things that people, men, women, have to do in this whole dating or approaching or wanting to date phase of the relationship. It's kind of like, what can I do? What can't I do? What should I do? What shouldn't I do? What can I say? What can't I say? You know? And that's kind of the anxiety that's coming through. This person is going to feel like mad anxious when it comes to how they feel about like you as a person, your personality mixed with the elegance you give off like physically. And it's going to be kind of like, oh, this person's going to be like, they're wary of me. How do I approach them without scaring them away? Okay, that's the energy coming through for that. Now, I want to get some more cards. I do want to shuffle this properly, though. Give me a second to see what else is going to come through for you guys. Group ones, please, for their person's first impression of them. This is just to clarify anything that came through in the reading. Give a little bit more information. Here we have dream on. Dream on. So yeah, we have lighting your path. And then we have backwards is forwards. See, that is funny. Because this card is like, especially this backwards is forwards card. I got it in another reading and I read it. No, I got it for myself when I pulled from the deck. And I was like, what the heck does that mean? Backward is forward. And that's what I meant about, do I say this? Do I not say this? Me doing the thing that I think is the right thing is the wrong thing. And me doing the thing that I think is the wrong thing ends up being the right thing with this whole backwards is forwards card coming through here. Because in the book, it says that this is a god. That's like a trickster god. But it helps protect the animals in the forest from predators or people. So essentially whatever this god is called, I forgot his name. I think it begins with an R or something. He purposely, as you can see, his body is like, the back is giving the front. So this is him facing away from someone, you know, but his feet are facing forward, right? Which is why it's like backward is forward. This is him running in this direction, but his feet are making him run in that direction instead. And that's how he tricks people away from harming creatures in the forest, because you think the animal or the human went this way, but instead it went that way. So it's like whatever you're doing that you think is right is not the right thing. You have to do the thing that's not the right thing in order to impress you, kind of thing. Or this person just feels like turned upside down, you know, backwards, forwards, upside down. I'm hearing upside down, you turn me. That song, upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out and round and round. That's the effect that I'm getting from this backwards is forwards. What I think I'm doing right, I'm doing wrong. So maybe you're kind of hard to impress, and they think, oh, by turning on the charm and being very, you know, I'm hearing giggity, 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 giggity goo, which is like, I think, quagmire, and like very much a Chad, you know, like, oh, being extra charming and bodacious and boisterous is going to win you over, but that's not the case. What they think they shouldn't do is what they should do instead, you know? Just talk to you, treat like a normal person. Treat you like a normal person. Treat me like I treat me. That song is coming through as well. But anyway, here we have lighting your path. So it's definitely giving, like I said, it's glow. That's confirming what I was getting with the rose quartz crystal at the beginning of the reading. You glow. There's a glow about you. And it kind of intimidates this person, okay? And then we have Dream On, which is like, Dream On. And I love how these two cards actually match really well. This is the same color scheme. And this lady has, look at the same pose. That's crazy. Her leg is bent in the exact same way in each card. What? And she's holding something in her, I think it's her right hand. This is freaky. Look at that. But yeah, that's what's coming through. Maybe you're going to be holding something in your hand, a purse. Maybe you're going to be walking a dog. You know, you never know. Maybe you're going to be outside at nighttime and you're still glowing. There's still a glow about you. Oh, interesting. I'm getting, what's that Shakespeare play? With the fairies in the forest, A Midsummer Night's Dream. That could be, you could meet this person midsummer or at night or Midsummer Night. And I love how we have Dream On and the Midsummer Night Dream. Wow, that's crazy right there. But that could be something coming through, a Midsummer Night Dream. Maybe there's going to be a play of that in the park, and that's where you meet this person. They're kind of like, you like Shakespeare and you look so beautiful and you put a spell on me. Because I do believe in that play in particular, there's something about a trickster spirit or god putting a prank on the people in the forest. So, for example, I think I read this in like high school, so let me try to paraphrase it. So there's these 4 people, right? I think they're fairies, I think they're normal people, I don't remember, okay? But basically, somebody likes somebody and somebody likes somebody. And this trickster spirit comes and makes this person like this person and this person like this person instead of the person they wanted to like. So it's kind of like they play a trick on the people in the forest or the fairies in the forest. And it's like, like the names are coming through vaguely, but it's like I can't remember fully. But I always loved it. So I'm like, this is so funny. Like, yes, like the people are falling in love with the wrong people. And it's like just this person playing a big practical joke on everyone in the play. Okay. And that's what could be coming through in this meeting. Maybe you guys talk about that. Maybe it's your favorite play as well. It's really fun. I really liked it reading it in school, you know, because some Shakespeare plays are very ghetto. I like the Midsummer's Night Dream, right? So we have Dream On. So it is giving like a very dreamy quality to this first impression meeting. Like when I first meet you, it seems like I said, like there's a spell woven around you guys for whatever that means for you guys. But then we have these 2 women like mirroring each other in their pose and holding something in their hand, right? And this girl, and she is giving like a sneaky fairy, is she not? I just realized she has like fairy wings. She's giving a sneaky fairy, and this is her little wand. She's like, you know, she looks mischievous. Yeah, it's definitely giving like this person thinks your mind like played a trick on them or something, or they were led to you for a specific reason. You know what I mean? This is quite interesting, actually. I love this. But yeah, this guy right here is very funny because we got a trickster god and then we got the fairy, and then that play came through. Very crazy. Let's get one more or a few more cards, I guess. From this deck, this is the Mermaid's Oracle deck. We're gonna see what comes through the first impression, that person's first impression. Please, why you did that? The person's first impression of them, please, Spirit. Their person's first impression. So this person could think they're dreaming when they see you. Come on, give me something. Okay, just one card, that's fine. We have Sense of Place. Sense of place, that's kind of giving like home, right? That's what I was getting with the 10 of Cups at the beginning of the reading, where it's like this person feels that they found their home in you. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Wheel of Fortune coming through here. So it's definitely giving fate, serendipity, which has been coming through a lot during this reading. Kind of like I was meant to meet you. I was enchanted to meet you. Like, yeah, go watch that. Go read it, watch it if you haven't already. A Midsummer's Night Dream. It's like prominent, it keeps coming through. So it seems important in some kind of way. But here we have Sense of Place. This person thinks I was at the right place, the right time. I was meant to meet you. I'm enchanted by you. You stepped right out of my dream. So you must be for me, is what I was saying at the beginning of the reading, which is like, yeah, just come on with me. It's over. That's it. You're my person. Let's go. Is the vibe that's coming through in this first impression meeting, okay? So that's about it that I have for you guys. I hope it resonated. I hope you had fun. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose 𝐓𝐿𝐴 or you chose, I forgot to bring y'all shroom over. That's crazy. You chose this beautiful, do they call it sesame agate? Yes, it is. A sesame agate. Then you are in the right place. This is so beautiful. See, at the top, you can see the blue a little more. The blue is kind of like maybe a little back there. So freaking pretty. I'm mesmerized by this stone. So like this reading's supposed to be about what will your next partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, crush, whatever, what will their first impression be of your looks and personality and vibe. And there's just something they can't stop looking at. Very mesmerizing, okay? There's layers to you. There's definitely different facets and assets that they see themselves like coming back to, because this just has so many different things going on. It's hard to just look at one thing on the stone. It's blue, it's beautiful, it has little spots of black and gray and clear, and it's just a lot going on. I just saw 111, so it's just fascinating is the energy coming through. I'm like, I've never seen a stone like this, which is why I'm convinced. I've never used these on the channel before. I bought them, probably never used them, because I do have like 2 other packs at home. I used one for my reading a few readings ago, but this one, I don't remember looking at this stone. I feel like this stone would be like memorable. So this is probably my first time using it, but it's just like mesmerizing, you know? Like I said, there's something interesting about it. So that could be their first impression. Like, you're very interested. They want to know more. So like I said a few seconds ago, this reading is going to be about your person, your next person, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever's first impression of your looks, your personality, your vibe, whatever it may be, okay? So first we're going to get into the looks. What is their first impression of your looks, okay? And see what comes through for that. But it's definitely mesmerizing. You could definitely be someone who has like a funky style, you know what I mean? Like there's just something you add to it that makes it unique. You're not dressing like everyone else. You're definitely standing apart from the crowd. I'm getting big Aquarius vibes. You could be Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. Okay. Let's see what comes through my group 2s. Their next person's boyfriend, girlfriend's crushes, first impression of their looks. Please, just don't fall. And everything falls. That's crazy. This person could fall for you pretty quickly because you see how that happened. Like the cards went shooting all the way to the end of the desk, and I had to like get them to not fall. And then the yitties oh my gosh, my breastises bumped into the phone and knocked it over. So that could be something that is very apparent about you as well, your boobs, because that was quite funny. I'm like, how the heck did the phone fall? And I look down and see the girls are just, they spilling today, okay? They're doing too much, but they fell. So here we have 3 of Pentacles as the first card for your looks. Yeah, there's something about all the things that you're wearing working together to make you look even better. So it's not even just about the aura. It's about the clothes, the way you style them, the colors you're wearing specifically, and how it complements your skin color, your skin tone, your hair. You know, how the shoes make the outfit come together. There's something very well put together about you. And it's like, it could be intentional or unintentional. It's just the way that everything about you, clothes, personality, vibe included, come together to make you like very fascinating. It's kind of like I'm getting different versions. Like there's so many things to unpack. So many questions you want to answer. Like I was saying, fascinating. You know what I mean? It's like, for example, I'm getting the example of someone wearing too many clothes and you want to peel back every single layer of their clothing to kind of see them naked. So there's something fascinating about how you carry yourself. They want to pack, essentially. They want to undress you. Okay. There could be something here about boob spillage, right? You know, like when they sit in the bra a specific way, they just be spilling. Okay. There's a song coming through with a something, 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 and that ish is sitting with a little black dress. Na, 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 sipping champagne. Escapism is coming through that song. In a little black dress and that ish is sitting, you know? So she's she's in the back of the limo sipping champagne. I don't trust any of these something I'm with, sniffing that stuff, that white powder. But something here, she's like in a little something dress and that ish is sitting. So you're just sitting there and everything the is stacking up right. But I'm getting the vibe literally of like someone like drooling because there's like perfect boob spillage, like the perfect slip of like a midriff, like nothing too much, but enough to make them want more, you know, leaving them wanting with bated breath. And that is those little things working together with the Three of Pentacles to make this person like, okay, I need to know more. I need to see this person naked and just do something. You know what I mean? That's the big vibe coming through. Okay, so let's see. What else is coming through for the first impression on my group two's looks? Their looks, please, Spirit. And it could be giving something very modest, right? I'm hearing modiste. And that's someone who makes clothes, I believe. I think that's like the word they call the person on Bridgerton, where all the girls would go to the modiste to get fitted for their dresses. See, there's something here about dresses or the way the dress fits you because you're going to get fitted, right? So snatched, something snatched about the waist, you know, it accentuates everything else. You see how those little things make everything else come together. The snatched waist accentuates everything else, right? The way the outfit, the midriff, the boob spillage, all that is kind of like humana, that kind of energy, Jessica Rabbit kind of energy is what you're giving right off the bat. And it's just this person wants to know more. They want to like speak to you. They want to be close to you, that kind of energy. So for your first impression with this person, it's starting off pretty well. They're very physically attracted and intrigued about you. They want to see more of the body, yada, yada. Okay, so your body could be bodying. Let's see what else is coming through for you guys. Their looks, please, Spirit, their looks. I'm pretty sure I just keep hearing the same lyrics over and over again from the song, and with a little black dress and that ish is sitting. So that song can be important, or this person could like want to escape with you or consider your body like mesmerizing. It's providing them with some sort of an escape from their reality, from their world, or they're imagining you like running away together. And it's really funny because I was at a bar on Saturday, I believe it was, and they were playing the Pina Colada song, right? And it's kind of like, I was tired of my lady. We've been together too long, you know? And he's like, if you like pina coladas, and getting something in the rain, that kind of song, or that song specifically. And I was just sitting there singing along. Sometimes, some way, like a few years ago, I learned all the lyrics of the song because it was like so fascinating to me. But I was like singing along in the bar. I'm like, this is a crazy song, but it's a beautiful song because it's about a couple who gets so set and stuck in their ways that one of them is, or both of them are looking to escape the marriage or relationship, and they end up escaping into each other, right? Because the guy finds a clipping in the paper of someone saying, if you like pina coladas or whatever, and getting caught in the rain, if you like making love at midnight, and he's like, oh, I'm intrigued, and then he writes back to the person in the letter, and then he's like, okay, we have to meet up somewhere. And they meet up somewhere, and he ends up finding out that it's the person he's been sleeping next to the whole time, you know? And he's like, I didn't know that you like pina coladas, and there's still so much they don't know about each other that they want to know more about. So it can be someone you already know that's feeling this way for you, or someone who knows you in passing, but they don't know enough. They want to know more. There's something here about craving to know more about someone's, secrets, their quirks, their idiosyncrasies, stuff like that. But it's definitely giving how in the song, he's like, and I didn't know you like pina coladas and getting drunk in the rain, making love at midnight, getting lost in the dunes of a cave, stuff like that. It's coming through. So that song could be important for some reason. A pina colada could be important for some reason. A bar could be important. You can meet this person at a bar, this next partner or whatever. That's definitely the vibe coming through for you guys. It's kind of like I said, all the little things coming together that make them want to know more. Okay, but the card was taking that long to come. Ouch. If you like making love at midnight. You guys could meet at midnight, and that's what this person is thinking. They just want to escape with you, okay? I think it's called something Escape, the Pina Colada song. That's the actual name of the song, but Escapism by, why can't I remember her name, is coming through as well. I've been obsessed with that. So Ray, there it is. R-A-Y-E, Ray is coming through. Here we have Ace of Pentacles. We have Knight of Swords, and we have Two of Cups. So look, immediately right off the bat, it's giving romantic attraction to your looks, whatever your look is giving. You can have a romantic charm to you. Maybe some of you are giving, I'm hearing quotish, coquette, that kind of energy. It's romantic vibe. That's what they call the coquette is style. I think that's the right word, right? It's a style, a category of a style where people lean into the whole romanticism of looking really pretty and frilly and girly and that kind of energy, you know what I mean? So it's kind of when someone says you give them a quotish look, it's kind of flirty, sassy, come hithery, you know what I mean? That's the kind of vibe coming through for you guys, and that's what's coming. And look at how bro, I want to scream. That's exactly how they're looking at each other. Flirty, hey, come get to know more about me. I was looking at the card. I was looking out into space trying to figure out how to describe coquette. But I know there's a word called coquettish, or it's coquettish, but I think it's pronounced coquettish, or whatever. Child, don't quote me on these things, because I be thinking I know what I'm talking about. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. But it's coquettish or coquettish, whatever you want to call it. But it's kind of a flirty look, and that's how they're looking at each other here. So you have a very flirty look to you. I'm also hearing trendy, right? And I love how she has these really, they both have very statement earrings. They both are wearing patterns, but in different colors. This person has a choker on, or the shirt kind of tapers off, or is a choker, but whatever, I can't pronounce it. I have a shirt like this where it wraps around your neck, the chest is open, but the rest of it is shirt, and it connects, but it doesn't look like it connects here. But anyway, it could be a necklace, it could be a part of the shirt, who knows? But they're both giving the same vibe, flirty. They both have their own really significant styles. This person has dyed their eyebrows gray, and then the rest of their hair is a grayish purple as well. This person has freckles, right? And then we have this lady over here, where she has her earrings, the blue coming through, then she has her hair up in one little bun. Very unique styling is what's coming through here, okay? So the Ace of Pentacles is kind of I'm hearing a drop in the ocean, a change in the weather. I was hoping that you and me might end up together. It's wishing for rain as I stand in the desert. And I need you. Okay. It's wishing for rain as I stand in the desert. But I need you closer than most, because you are my heaven. So that's coming through. And someone told me, I don't really remember it from the show, but it was an important song for Delana in Vampire Diaries. That was their song, right? I was always a Delana girly, but y'all Delana people, or whatever their couple name is, that's a pivotal song for their couple in the show. So that could be something yearning from afar. I do believe that was something that Damon did, because supposedly, let me not say supposedly, I know that he saw her first, but he made her forget or something, and then Stefan came in and was like, no, I want her, kind of energy, you know. So Damon was like the, not the scapegoat, but he was like the decent one in the situation. He made her forget. And Stefan was like, a Catherine doppelganger, she's mine, kind of energy. And then I think she ended up remembering that part that they, I don't know, child. But anyway, let me stop getting off task, off topic. Okay, that song's important for them. But I heard that song way before, or it was a good song. I loved the song before someone told me it was associated with vampire. I think it was my sister. But I loved the song before that. I didn't really associate it with the show, but now I do because of what that one comment she made. So yeah, Drop in the Ocean. I think his name was John Pope, JONPOPE, if you want to look up the song. But that's what's coming through here. It's an important pivotal moment in your connection. Like, you meet someone for the first time, you know, you're holding your breath and you fall in love with someone right away, or you want to date them and you're physically and emotionally attracted to them right away. That's what the Two of Cups here is giving. So of course, that leads to what? Flirting, coquettish looks across the bar or across the whatever, wherever you're seeing them, you know, that kind of thing is coming through. And then the Knight of Swords is a very charged kind of energy. Go forth and conquer to get this thing. We want it. It's ours. It's going to be ours. No matter what move we have to say, no matter what we have to do, that kind of thing. Or I should say, no matter what moves we have to make or things we have to say, because that was kind of crazy. That's the energy coming through here. It's like you give people the go ahead, essentially, because you're a little flirty. You're like, yeah, come here and flirt with me. Kind of energy, guys. I can't. I'm acting a fool. Forgive me, okay? You guys can act a fool. Like, that's the kind of energy. You like people who are up front and vibrant and direct. You want someone to come and flirt with you and tell you how good you look, because of course you put a lot of time and energy into how you look. That could also be what the Three of Pentacles is coming through as here. Like, you put a lot of time and energy into how you look, so of course you want to be complimented. Sure. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. I'm still trying to figure out what this has to do with your looks. I don't understand the Ace of Pentacles. Like, it has to do with, like, you know, new beginnings, fresh, abundant beginnings, things coming out of nowhere, opportunities. Okay, so yeah, you're coming through like a golden opportunity of sorts when it comes to how you're looking to this person when they first meet you. It's like, oh yeah, that's something I want to snatch up. Okay, I'm not gonna play, I'm not gonna lose it. It's kind of like you were given a golden token and you only have one chance to put it in the machine and crank it and get that perfect 777 across the boards, you know. That's the kind of energy coming through for you, or for what the first depression is coming through as for when you meet your next person, boyfriend, whatever, you know the spiel right now. Okay, that's what's coming through. It's like they were given a golden opportunity to, like, try to win your heart, essentially. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, this person was placed right here in front of me and I'm not gonna miss this shot. It's giving shot. I'm not throwing away my shot from Hamilton. Yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot is what's coming through specifically. So that's coming through. Your booty can be important as well, because in this card here, we're seeing that right there, and we're seeing that right there. So like Ray said, and that it's just sitting. So in whatever dress you're wearing, whatever outfit you're wearing, the titties, the tickle bitties is sitting, the booty is sitting. Okay, so that's coming through. But yeah, it's the looks. There's something here about eyebrows too. So maybe like you raise your eyebrows or like challenge them, the Rock, the eyebrow thing that he does. Okay. But this is definitely giving you give, because the way I'm seeing how this lady in the Knight of Swords card has her arrow, not her arrow, sorry, has her sword, of course, but she has her bow and arrow here, and bow and arrow always gives me Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is like a very upbeat, vibrant, larger than life kind of sign. And that's what your looks are giving them. Like, hey, this person is not someone who's like shy at all, not reserved at all. They're definitely someone who needs someone who's bold. And they want someone who's bold. They want someone to come and talk to them. They're looking at me and telling me to come over to them. And that's what I'm going to do, right? So you're giving like a very open, approachable kind of person. Flirty as well. And I don't want to hear, I don't think I'm flirty. That's what this person's first impression is. Okay, you're flirting with them very loudly. Okay. But yeah, that song just keeps coming through, and I'm hearing this. There's a specific part of the song where he just keeps saying, heaven doesn't seem that far away anymore. And then he goes into like a really like high falsetto for like a few seconds and holds the note. And it's really beautiful. The song is so beautiful. It's just like so emotional. So that could be something that you bring out in this person as well. Your looks make them very emotional when they first see you. I don't know if it's the way you express yourself. There's just something here about you bringing out emotions in them, right? Or maybe when being with you or seeing you, like I said, you take them to another place. You remind them of somebody. Like I said, also it could be that they have seen you in passing, but they don't know you. And anytime they see you and don't say anything, it kind of makes them think you're going to slip through their fingers. Why don't they say anything? That kind of thing. There's a bunch of emotions going through this person when it comes to like seeing you for the first time. Their first impression, okay? Almost like your friends, I guess. Like this could be the first impression of you guys like moving more towards a relationship, I guess, especially because Three of Pentacles. I don't know why I swear I know what I'm gonna say and then my mouth says something else. Like, excuse me, the Three of Wands is like jumping on something you've been thinking about for a long time, so that could also be relevant to the reading. But Three of Pentacles has to do with friends and working together towards a common outcome. Okay, like not Three of Wands. The Three of Wands would be them also jumping on the opportunity to say something to you or make this official or take what they've been thinking about in Two of Wands form into Three of Wands form, which is the progression of something you've been thinking about for a long time. So all those things can be relevant, okay? But that's what's coming through for your looks. Some of you could be like very chill, laid back, because I'm being like, of course, we're seeing lots of jeans coming through here. We have jeans, but it's color jeans. It's like color scheme, very well coordinated. So everything is matching because she has the blue-green effect going on here. She has the red and then the black and the yellow theme going on here. Then she has the pink and red theme going on here. This person has like a very relaxed look to them with the slouchy hat, the flannel, then the very comfy pants is what I'm getting. And then, of course, once again, we have this person with like really a shock of white hair and eyebrows, if you can see. So that could be relevant as well. You have like a very light hair. But like I said with the Three of Pentacles, everything that you put on is working together to make you more attractive. The fragrance you put is like drawing them in. The look of your eyes, the eyeliner that you put on, the eyeshadow, the mascara, the way the clothes is fitting you, that kind of thing. The way you're sitting to accentuate how the clothes is fitting you. Like everything is working together to make you look really good. Like you're the prize. Like they want to choose you is kind of what I'm getting. Because now I'm hearing, Pikachu, I choose you. Some of you could be kind of nerdy or they're really nerdy. Okay, they kind of want to, they're a Pokemon they want to catch, right? And then, you know, they want to be the best Pokemon trainer there ever was, that kind of thing. This is very funny. I'm like, where is this going? But I'm enjoying the ride, honestly, which could be something that comes through for you as well during this first impression. Like they could be like really quirky and nerdy and weird or something you weren't expecting, but you're enjoying the interaction. You're enjoying where it's going. So you're still sitting there talking to them instead of running away, you know? And the escapism song that was coming through was kind of giving you guys are in your own little bubble, right? So as soon as they see you, it's kind of like just you, like a spotlight has been placed on you in some kind of way. So you could be someone who dresses really different. And of course, the spotlight is on you because you look different from everyone else in the joint, you know? But yeah, Ace of Pentacles is like, okay, this is like my shot. This is my opportunity that has been given to me. Okay. That's about it that I'm getting for this though. So let's move on. I guess we can keep these cards here. Now we're going to move into, I guess, personality and vibes. Your vibes already kind of came through. So does your personality, but we're going to see if we can get some more. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So that's important. And then we have the Moon in reverse. So there is something here about you being very much yourself, very transparent instead of hiding away. And look, Ten of Pentacles still at the bottom of the deck, period. Okay. You're getting a lot of pentacles, honestly. And I love the Two of Cups here. The Ten of Pentacles definitely giving long-term partner potential. So the first impression of you, whether it's a conversation, how you look, it's definitely giving long-term potential or partner potential. The Two of Cups coming through, then the Ten of Pentacles as well. And then we have the Ace of freaking Cups. I know you're lying. You're not this. I can't make this stuff up. Yeah. So your personality definitely gives very, like, I don't know, flirty, wants to fall in love, lover girl. You know, like very endearing is what I want to say. Like it's easy to fall for you after just meeting you one time. Right? I'm hearing this song by 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐦𝐢𝐥 You got me so hypnotized, the way your body going round and round. That booty keep bumping till you just bouncing up and down. Let me stop. Oh my gosh, do not mind me. I'm so sorry because I can't help myself today. I'm on a roll, okay? But the Ace of Cups is very much giving that. Maybe playful, very cutesy, burst out into song, very quirky. That's the energy. You stand out amongst everyone else, even in personality. First in clothing and looks, now in personality as well. It's kind of like the full package kind of deal. Some people only have personality. Some people only have looks. You're giving both. And that's the Ten of Pentacles. It's giving, oh, everything that I want right there. Let me snatch it up. This is representing my long-term happiness and health and fulfillment. I want it now, right? That's what you're representing to this person as the first impression. And then we have Two of Pentacles. So yeah, there is something here about you like bouncing up and down or on what? I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Y'all are a fool. You have to be. Because group one, I was acting up, but I wasn't acting up like this now. Relax. This person could be like very, 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 like they say the darndest things. Like kids say the darndest things. This person or you, they find you very funny, okay? Child, this is supposed to be about you, the first impression you give them, okay? So Two of Pentacles, like up and down, very balanced, right? Like I said, you give like, let me relax, okay? Two of Pentacles, like you give like someone who can be really grounded with a Two of Pentacles coming through, but you can also be really out there. You're definitely someone who gives like a little bit of both. Some people want someone who's really out there, and then some people want someone who can be quite serious and grounded when the time comes. And you're kind of giving that same vibe. Two of Pentacles is someone who knows how to have fun and play, but also work when it's time to work, right? You didn't come to play when it's time to work, and you didn't come to work when it's time to play. You know how to get out there and have a good old time when the time calls for it. When it's time to be in work mode, you're doing that as well. So it's kind of like I said, full package energy, especially with the Ace of Cups. Don't do that. What card is this? I don't want it because you ain't falling out like that. But when it comes to your personality, it's kind of like maybe 1 minute you're more serious and the conversation veers into like a more serious topic. And then you go back to like laughing and making jokes, right? Which is why this person's like falling under your spell here with the Ace of Cups. This is the card of first jitter, first crushes, falling in love kind of energy. That first drop of, oh, I think I could fall for this person, or I think I want to try or learn more about them, that interest, okay? And now we have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups on the board. Like I said, for looks, Two of Cups, immediate attraction. I want to be with them. I want to unclothe them, right? And then we have the Ace of Cups for when it comes to personality, where it's like, oh, this person, I think I actually have a crush, right? What's the name of that song that's coming through? I don't want to sing it, but it's like The History of Wrong Guys, where she's like, no, 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 I'm warning you. And she's like, I have a crush. You know what I mean? And then she goes into singing the song History of Wrong Guys. It's from the Broadway play Kinky Boots. But essentially, she has a thing for falling for the wrong guys, right? Hence the song History of Wrong Guys. But that's what I'm hearing. I have a crush. And she's telling herself, no, 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 I'm warning you. And then, you know, why not? So that kind of thing is coming through. Why won't you let yourself fall for this person? Just let it all go, okay? Now that song is coming through from the Sing movie, Set It All Free, where she's like, I followed my heart into the fire, got burned, got broken down by desire. I try, but the smoke in my eye left me blurry. Set It All Free from Sing. What the heck is that outside? Is that a bee? What the bumbaras? Yo, I'm terrified. Is that a huge bee or a hornet? That is huge. Please don't look at me. Because I heard that Hornets, they recognize faces and shit. And I don't want to. And that shit is big. Oh, that's terrifying. Please stay out there and stay away from the window. Don't look at my face, please. Oh my gosh. Like, That is scary. It looked like a butterfly. What is that? Guys, come help me. Oh, that is scary, but it's also striking. It's like orange and white and black, but it looks like a bee, but it also looks like it has butterfly wings. I've never seen that before in my life. See, that's what's coming through with this whole this thing here. The patterns. Maybe you wear like a lot of patterns, but you definitely stand out, and it could be in like a very scary way, or just like my breath left my body. That was scary. I don't like insects, guys. And they seem to be interloping on this reading, because first group one was a spider that was in the office, and now it's like a huge hornet, whatever bee thing that was. Okay, let's keep going. But anyway, yeah, there's something here about like letting yourself fall. Why not? Why are you holding yourself back from such a man? Please, no. Not Frozen coming through. I'm done. But there's just something about the way you interact with the world or interact with them that's like, oh yeah, I like this person. I want to know more. You know? Let's keep going. Because what's the song from Frozen? I keep hearing History of Wrong, guys, but that's not what I was trying to say. Fixer Upper from Frozen. Is it the clumpy way he walks, or the frumpy way he talks, or the square shaped weirdness of his feet? And though we know he washes well, he always ends up sort of smelly. But you'll never meet a fella who's as sensitive and sweet. So he's a bit of a fixer-upper. Okay, let's keep going. There was something that I was saying, and I just got terrified by that damn bug. Please don't come back. Like, what were we talking about? Ace of Cups, right? Falling for somebody. I forget. But can I get one more card, please, Spirit, for my group one's vibe and personality? There could be something about that as well, like where you like have such a good conversation, or you keep connecting on things and they have to keep gasping and they keep getting shocked at how much you have in common, and then it kind of like makes their mind go blank, and then they have to be like, oh, what were we talking about? Because they just got so excited. That could be coming through as well. Can we get another card for their personality, please, Spirit? My group twos. Almost said group three. Group twos, please. Group twos. Their personality. Their group, for my group twos. See, these are too many cards. I mean, it's only 4. We'll just go through them quickly. Why not? See, that keeps coming through. Why not? Why not? Why not take a crazy chance? Why not? Why not do a crazy dance? Where's that from? Is that Hilary Duff? If it is this moment, you might lose a life. So why not? Why not? Why not? Why not take a crazy chance? Can you fix yourself? What's wrong with you? Look. It's funny how I was mentioning his back, guys. Stop. I'm a sue. Who I gotta call? And nobody may be out there saying Ghostbusters, because I fight. This is not funny. Okay, we have the Temperance card, and it's funny how I was mentioning Sag energy, and that's exactly what this is. But I want to put these back because these cards are not matching the vibe that I was picking up on. So let's see what else comes through. Can I get one more card or 2 more cards for my group two's personality, please, Spirit? The first impression their person gets. Okay, we need to walk back in because it's keep coming back. What do you want from us? Hopefully I got a fear for my life. Why did exactly 4 cards fall right back out? So there's a lot of personality here, but I don't got time to be going into all the personality, so the cards better stop playing in my face. Okay, so we have Page of Wands. So it's definitely giving explorer kind of energy, very friendly, very open, very inquisitive. You want to know a lot of stuff. You want to do a lot of things. It's giving someone who's very like, is it impulsive? I don't think that's the right word. But someone who's always down for a good time, always down to do spontaneous. That's the word. Like someone who's always down to go out exploring, trying something new, trying new foods. Very experimental is the vibe that's coming through with the Page of Wands. Someone who wants to get to know the environment around them by exploring, by touching, feeling, going out, doing, experiencing. That's the word, exactly. So you like experiences, right? So you are the person that's like, why not just do it once, Don't hold yourself back from such a man. Frozen, please stop. But it's kind of like, yeah, I'll try anything once. I'll do this. I'll do that. Why not talk to the cute guy that wants to talk to you? Why not? I'm very open. I'm friendly. I want to get to know people, that kind of person. Okay. And then here we have the Nine of Cups. Your personality is A1 and so is your looks. Like, I don't know what else to say for y'all. Then we have Ace of Wands and Four of Wands. See, these are definitely more like my speed when it comes to like your personality. Those other cards are not giving, what I was picking up on so far, honestly. So we have the Page of Wands coming through here for you. Like I said, a little bit of youthful, playful, young energy, very vibrant as well. And then here we have the Nine of Cups, which is an energy about wish fulfillment. So getting everything you could want in someone's personality as well. So very desirable here. Like I said, I love that the Ace of Cups came out first because it's immediate crush. How you're interacting with them, talking to them, it's an immediate crush. It's an immediate yes for them. Like, let's go, pack it up, it's over kind of energy, okay? And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is like, this is like budding their passion even more, stoking the fire, your personality. Your looks kind of drew them in, made them want to know more about you, undress you in their mind, right? But your personality is kind of what's the driving force behind this that makes them want to like, yeah, they could literally get like aroused physically the first time like you guys meet in your first impression, or it's kind of like giving them hard on, you know what I mean? That kind of energy is coming through. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is like dancing the night away, having a good time, celebrating. And it's kind of like marriage material. It's like what you could see your life looking like in the future, which is also, lo and behold, Ten of Pentacles energy, the future, long-term thinking, long-term like investments and stuff like that. That's what the Ten of Pentacles represents. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is a different form of that. It's marriage, it's soulmates, twin flames, finding your person. It's like finding the missing puzzle piece in a way, because they're bringing their two wands, you're bringing your two wands. Now you have 1111, which is a divine number. It's a divine energy, if anything. So the energy of you two together is kind of like everything clicking into place, if it makes sense. And that's the first impression that is kind of coming through. And this all sounds really very fantastical, honestly. But I gotta say what's coming through, and I'm not really getting anything that's saying anything otherwise, honestly. So Nine of Cups, and then we have the Four. And look at these two people dancing, child. They're like, yeah, we're having a good time, we're vibing. Yeah, we're on the dance floor. You twerking on me, I may start twerking on you, or I'm grinding into you. It's kind of like you know how to dance, and immediately, you know how like in the freaking TV shows, how miraculously both people know how to dance really well after saying, I'm not good at this. And they just start dancing and swaying and like, that kind of energy, that's how it's going to feel. Whether you don't dance a lot or not, like when you're in their arms, it kind of feels like you belong there in some kind of way. And that's how they feel for you, okay? Interesting. Now let's get some oracle cards and see what else comes through. So you have them want to take a chance and try things they never tried before. So this could be someone who's maybe usually more shy or more reserved, doesn't make the first move, and you're kind of making them want to do that, get out of their shell, because you are like, your energy is like so like potent that it's kind of like rubbing off on them a little bit. So because you're so out there and outgoing, you're kind of rubbing off on them, and they want to be that person for you as well. I mean, enough to get their foot in the door at least, Oh, excuse me. Wow, that was fast. Thanks. Spirit knows I'm on time crunch. Here we have temptation. Exactly. See, I know I don't be bugging when I be feeling these overly 18 plus energies. I'm like, y'all must think I'm a horn dog. I promise you I'm not. But I know what I'm feeling from the energy in the reading when I'm in it. I'm like, yeah, this person's like very sexually attracted to you on their first meeting, okay? And then we have duality. I love this card as well because it's giving that Two of Pentacles energy where you're this, but you're also that. We got another two here, the Two of Cups, where it's kind of like you guys are matching each other's energy really well. Like, you could be the sad to their happy. They're the sad to your happy, you know? They're the happy to your sad. It doesn't really matter. It's like two puzzle pieces coming together to fit really well. And this is kind of giving me the same vibe as the Four of Wands. Two people that may not look the same. Here we have someone who's like lighter and we have someone who's like a little darker, but they match really well because they're like mirroring each other. So that could be something that happens on this date or first impression. You're mirroring each other. And then here we have the Four of Wands. They're doing the same thing, but they're also of different races once again. So that could be something coming through as well. Okay. This could happen at nighttime outside. 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. Or at 2 o'clock in the morning as well, depending on how late you can be out, you know? And then we have this duality coming through as well, where we have this side and then we have this side, and they're different colors, but they're like the same energy, right? If that makes sense. But this card coming out again in a reading where I was feeling like, you know, those 18 plus energies is very funny to me because I know I don't be bugging. I know. And the Ace of Wands seems to love coming out, or this card seems to love coming out when the Ace of Wands is on the table. Okay. So we have that. Let me get some cards from this next deck here. So it's kind of like the man-eater vibes on your part, or a woman-eater, or whatever, like player vibes. You like have a lot of offers. You may not be looking for something serious. That's the kind of attractive you could be. Like, oh, this person is too attractive, they're a player. And it's kind of like, whether it's true or not, this person still wants to get up in them drawers. Let me stop. Oh my gosh, I can't. Yeah, y'all have to be funny because I keep laughing with y'all. Okay, let's see what comes. Why is it like this? This deck acting up. Shooks. Okay, for my group twos, please spare my group twos. Anything else we need to know about their person's first impression? Or these are way too many cards. How many? 3, there are 4. What is up with you guys in 4? 4 could be important for some of you. Let's see what the cards say. We have ignite your fire. I mean, yeah, you definitely do light their fire. Shoot, Ace of Wands was enough. But it coming out for personality is like more so wholesome than it coming out for looks, which I love for your person. I appreciate them. I respect them a little more. Because, of course, you could be attracted to someone based on their, you know, looks, because that's like the simple way. That's the easy way around. No, this person's like, no, I wouldn't get to know more about you. In order to get to know about your personality, they kind of have to talk to you, right? They have to interact with you, and now they're getting more aroused as the more they talk to you. Okay, now I'm done. That's getting crazy. Now we have Naughty Naughty. Oh my gosh, guys. What are y'all getting into this first impression? Like, what the hell? What y'all into? What y'all getting into? Like, what do you mean naughty naughty? Right after we have temptation and ignite your fire? Child, I said what I said. I rest my case. Here we have light in your path, or lighting your path. So look at how she looks so tempting here in this card, though. Kind of like you're tempting them. Look at how I was talking about snatch silhouette, but this little leg coming through. That's like, oh yeah, I want to see what else I can uncover. You know, she's only showing a little bit of leg, and look how sexy and alluring she is. You don't have to be showing too much now, okay? And it's funny because this came out for group 1 as well, where it's like backwards is forward, and this is like a trickster god, and the whole backwards is forwards thing is because obviously he's facing away from us, right? But his feet are facing forward, and they said he uses this power or whatever to lead people away from like animals that may need help, or people. I don't remember which one, but I think he does it to protect people. So his backwards is him moving forward. So he's moving forward, right? But his feet are going to be looking like they're going in the opposite direction, right? And it's used to protect whatever person he decides to protect, right? It's like a trick. It's like an antic, you know? That's what's coming through here. So maybe what this person thinks will work for you is not going to work for you. Or like I said, because you're insanely attractive to them, they're going to be like, oh, this person's not looking for anything serious. It's not going to work out, blah, 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 blah. But it's kind of like, but it will, because what you think is wrong is right. So you think, oh, this person's not looking for anything serious, but they are. You know, that kind of thing is coming through because obviously this is your next partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. So it's going to turn to something more. But it may start off as them thinking, oh, they're not looking for anything serious. Or they wouldn't want me, that kind of energy. But the more you guys are like flirting, because there has to be some hardcore flirting here with this naughty, naughty temptation and light your fire, ignite your fire, lighting your path. It's kind of like you're like a ray of light to this person the more they talk to you. And I'm like, I want to show you all these cards, but there's too many to me, so I figure out to see them all at once. But yeah, that's what's coming through for y'all. I'm gonna leave you reading right here though. I hope it resonated. Anything else coming through, truly? No? You could be someone who is quite teasing as well, because I'm seeing this like a little child, and where he looks like a little boy and his tongue is out, and then we have the Page of Wands, which was coming through for your personality, so that could be important. No, you know. But I think I yapped enough. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful, stunning red jasper, then you are in the right place. Today, we're going to be getting into what will your next partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, crush think of you, their personality and looks, but it's like first impression edition. So when they first meet you, what will they think about those things, okay? I made it more difficult than it needed to be. But we have this beautiful red jasper that you guys chose. Like, is this the proper way? Because let me try to see it. Yeah, that's good. But it's so pretty. Oh, that's even better. Look at her. She's gorgeous, darling, gorgeous. And there's like she's giving me like hot sauce. As someone who likes to not eat, but, you know, put hot sauce on my food. She's like giving hot sauce. And of course, the red energy already gives like fiery. So that could definitely be your vibe, okay? But red jaspers are known for vitality, courage, and resilience, okay? So that can be the vibe you give off immediately to this person. But this is like a very gorgeous crystal, and it's like the red is like just powerful, okay? So we're gonna put that up there and get into the reading. So we're gonna get into looks first, okay? Then we're gonna get into your personality and vibe, but their first impression of you based on your looks. Let's see what comes through here. I just heard savage, so that could be something. I'm a savage. Okay. So you could look like you're a savage. You don't take no nonsense. So please spare for my group threes. That was fast. Your cards are coming out quicker than the other groups. It took a few shuffling for the energy to come out. So maybe your first impression is like very much out there and in their face, looks-wise, which is why we were kind of getting like savage, you know? When you come across a savage, it's kind of like, wah. It's not like, it's like, wow. You know what I mean? I'm hearing dynamic as well. And we have freaking Queen of Wands, yo. Exactly. We're not surprised, are we? We got the red jasper. Red, the color of red is very big Aries energy. Okay? So very dynamic. Oh my gosh. Very courageous. Very charismatic. Your looks is already just like giving dynamo. It's giving baddie. It's giving a dime. You know what I mean? Shawty, you a 10. Oh, what? A 10. Shawty, you a 10 is what's coming through for you guys. Okay. But look at how just confident and like easy she looks. It's like there's an ease to your look. It's like you don't have to stress. You're not worried. You're not primping. You're not making sure everything is in place. You're just like living and looking gorgeous while doing it, darling. Okay. I just heard Edna mode, so maybe you're good at like making outfits look like effortless or a second skin, because that's what she was good for. She made Edna mode is from The Incredibles, and she made their outfits, and we all know the men love them some Elastigirl. And why? Because the outfit she wore was like showing all the goods, right? So that could be something you wear. She was snatched, okay? Waist wear. Couldn't find her. Okay. I'm done. Let me stop. But I'm serious though, for real. And the only person that I can think of like right now that I could say like has no waist gone, waist wear on a 0-100, 0-100 is Alandria from Love is Blind season 7. Her waist is freaking like, I don't understand how somebody could be shaped like that. That's what this person's thinking, like, excuse me. And it's like so effortless. You make everything look rich. And it's like you're not stressed about it because you look good. It's like, the confidence is on infinity. And that's very attractive, honestly. Whether you look the best or not, the confidence alone carries it. Carries the outfit, carries the look, carries the non-look, whatever. Okay. But either way, you're giving loud, proud, out there, and in your face kind of beauty. Okay. So what else? I mean, the Queen of Wands kind of sums things up quite beautifully, but let's keep going. Maybe some of you are redheads or ginger heads at the very least, because this is like absolutely kind of the same color as her hair, okay? I'm hearing you have the sauce. I'm hearing kiss it better. I got the sauce. Person, I'm saucy. Always wet. You never ever had to put lip gloss on it, okay? When I'm making love, then I get nasty. Like, stop. You guys could be giving Rihanna, honestly. She's so effortless in her fierceness and in her sexiness. It's not anything that has to, it's not she's putting on a show. It's just she's naturally like that. And that sounds so funny to say. It's like she's just naturally like that. She really is. That's just her whole thing. Okay, let's keep going because I don't really know what else to say. Group 3, please, Spirit. What first impression do their looks give their next boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, crush? Let's see what comes through. Come on, give me something. Appreciate you, death. Yeah. It's like that intense. I heard too good to be true. I wanted to say, can't believe it's not butter. Because it's kind of like if it looks like a duck and talks like a duck, and walks like a duck, it's definitely a duck. But here we have so far Aries, and then we have Scorpio. So very, like I said, intense energies coming through so far for what describes your looks, or the first impression your looks kind of give your next person, okay? Can I get one more card, please? Appreciate you. And then we have 10 of Cups and 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is very interesting. And look at how he is giving RBF. Absolutely. Like, looking at this card, tell me you can't see Rihanna in the card. She'd be definitely giving these vibes. And it's kind of like, not elite, but it's like, not you can't sit with us, but it's kind of like, I don't play, yes, but like serious, sexy, scary, sexy. Yeah, I just heard scary spice. It's a scary, intimidating sexy you kind of give off, where it's like, I can't just walk up to her and say hi, I kind of feel like there's a difference between the intimidation factor between a Beyonce and a Rihanna. You know what I mean? Beyonce is like very, she's a regal presence. She's like, oh, she tries to be nice to everyone. She is a little bit standoffish, but in the way where it's just because she's Beyonce. If you were to see her out and about, you would be like, oh yeah, she's so pretty. Let's go talk to her. Rihanna, the way she be carrying herself and just answering and talking to people is crazy sometimes. And it's going to be like, okay, yeah, I may like her, but I'm not going to talk to her. I'm scared kind of thing. I'm going to pee my pants. She's going to, what is it called? Rip me a new one. That's the kind of energy coming through. And we have death coming through. And what's more scary than death to most people? Not much, That's what's coming through. So I don't know what y'all be doing out here with the looks, but it's giving scary. The intimidation factor is out of this world. Okay, let's see what else is coming through in these cards. You have a smirk and you have a pout. And I love how they're each coming out on opposite sides of the, I guess, spread. Because here she's like giving this self assured smirk, and here she's kind of like, oh, leave me alone. What do you want? Like someone who's oblivious to all the looks they get, oblivious to all the attention they're receiving, because she's just like, or maybe oblivious to the romantic energy that people feel towards them. Because one thing that I always notice about the Four of Cups is she's sitting facing Three Cups, and Three of Cups in the tarot represents friendship, friendly vibes, right? So you're open to friendship, right? But then when it comes to people being romantically attracted to you, you're less open. It's not something that's on your radar here, with the way the one Ace of Cups, which means romantic love, at the back of her, and the Three of Cups in front of her, meaning friendly love. So it's like you're not even open to falling in love with someone, or you wouldn't be open to a love offer from me, so I can only offer you friendship. Is the kind of energy that this person's going to be feeling towards, like, oh, she don't want to be with me romantically, but they don't, I mean, this is your next boyfriend, girlfriend, or partner, so you will end up with them romantically, but at first glance, you may not be interested in anything romantic with them, or they feel that way, okay? Very interesting cards. But the Queen of Wands can be like that, you know? She is very much my way or the highway energy. So if you're not getting your way, it's definitely giving a whole temper tantrum. You're definitely giving pretty privilege, and it could be something you're very much aware of, especially because we have Aries and we have Scorpio vibes coming through here, okay? And this is the first time a major arcana card came out for looks, I believe. So it's definitely giving something that's like the main focus, you know? Your looks is the main character of what makes you you at first glance, honestly, or obviously, because the more people get to know you, the more you could become more attractive or less attractive. It really just depends. Okay? But 10 of Cups is like complete, utter happiness and fulfillment. It doesn't get any better than that, right? I'm hearing smooth sailing, right? I'm hearing Easy Street, right? And Easy Street's song from, I believe, Annie, it is, where after Mr. Warbucks comes and like buys, not buys, that's weird, that's crazy for me to say, adopts our dear Annie. I think they pay like money for her. So he does buy her, I think. Because Mr. Warbucks is set on Annie, and Miss Hannigan's like, no, you can't have her, any other child but her. And he's like, no, I want her. What do I have to do to get her? And then Miss Dusty O'Hannigan is like, you have to pay me this amount of money. And I think they do, if I'm mistaken. I could be mistaken, I don't know. I haven't watched Annie in a long time. My mom used to love the movie, so of course I've seen it a lot of times. But it's definitely like you have to pay for her to get her. And he's so set on it being Annie, I think he pays for her. And then Miss Hank is like, oh, we're on Easy Street. Or it's because Annie ends up with someone rich. I guess she thinks she can exploit that in some kind of way. Oh, no, you know what it is? In the movie, they plan to nap her. They plan to kidnap her and make him pay a ransom. Just disgusting. And they're singing like once they do that, they're going to be on Easy Street. Quite ghetto, okay? Maybe you could like bring out those like really baser, dangerous emotions in people. Like I want to do things, you know what I mean? As a female, you know what I mean? Okay, even as a male, someone out here, some women be plotting on people, okay? But that's what I'm getting, like very danger. Don't stand here. You can't sit with us kind of energy somewhat is coming from your looks, okay? So don't get, oh no, that's not me. Your looks is giving that, especially if you have RBF. Cool. And some of you are quite like, I don't know, yeah, I want to say center of attention, star of the show vibes, because this, let's move the cards so we can get it. We have her sitting here, and it kind of looks like to me, she's like taking like a really crazy selfie. So your personality or your looks come through like very like crazy, very quirky in some kind of way. You know what I mean? Out there is the perfect word to say. It's not like everyone else. It's different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing. See, look at you pulling up to the scene with your ceiling missing and attracting attention because of it. That's like kind of your personality when it comes to your the way you look, right? But if you take away this scythe, it kind of looks like she's posing for like a really silly selfie, you know? Okay. Pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing. Pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing. Let's move on to the personality of you. And you are giving black cat, just to let you know. When it comes to your looks, you're very much, that's the perfect way for me to have explained it, honestly. I feel like Beyonce gives like golden retriever vibes with her look. She's very pretty, of course, intimidatingly so sometimes, yes. But Rihanna has an intensity to her beautiful, to her pretty, to her gorgeous that makes her a little scarier than Beyonce could ever be, right? And it could be because she has so many placements in like Aries, and Pisces, and that Pisces rules the 12th house, which is like hidden and makes like, gives her an air of like mystery to her in a way Beyonce doesn't really have. Like, she's very beautiful, she's talented, yes, but she doesn't have that air of, I want to know everything about her. Even though she does make it a thing to keep her life private. It's not like, oh yeah, we want to know so much about her. No, but Rihanna, people be in her business, child. And because it's like she has that mystery to her. She's a Pisces with an Aries rising, and it's just like, is it a Libra moon? Does she have a Libra moon? I believe she's a Libra moon. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. Or just Libra in her 7th house. One of those. I know I saw that once and it stuck with me. But it's definitely giving a little air of mystery, of intrigue, of dark, feminine. That's the way to describe it. Yeah, dark feminine vibes. Like, oh, if you don't do this, you're gonna rip your balls off. And that's what Rihanna would do. As opposed to Beyonce, who would like kind of let it slide. Like if Rihanna were to be in Beyonce's shoes where Jay-Z was doing supposedly, and she were to come out with Lemonade, it would have been a much scarier album than Beyonce's Lemonade, you know? Even when she was busting open the cards, I didn't really fully believe it, you know? I didn't believe she would come and whack me with the bat. But if Rihanna were to have a hold of that bat, I would be like, yeah, I'm going to go in the other direction. I'm not getting hit. It's kind of like when this person's mad, watch out, because everybody can get it. Not just the one person that they're mad at. It's a full, this rage will overtake you kind of thing, right? This person will punch everybody in the face, and not just the one person they're mad at if you try to come at them. That's the kind of energy coming through. So just, yeah. Okay. Very much giving Mars aggression for some of you. That's making me ticklish. I'm sorry. Y'all ever had a laugh and the laugh kind of travels through your body and makes the rest of your body like tingly and weak? That's what that laugh was giving. It traveled through my body. Okay. Personality. We have 6 of Wands. Ooh. That's a very interesting card for personality. So this is going to be the vibe of everybody likes you, or you have a personality that attracts a lot of people. It's like I'm getting the energy of someone being surrounded by people, as she's like kind of surrounded by people here. Someone who attracts a lot of followers or gains followers quite easily. She gets people to do her bidding, essentially, is what's coming through. And this card wants to fall out. And we have Page of Wands. That came through group 2 already. We're going to try to get new cards. But it's like fearless. Willing to try anything once, do anything once. You're not scared of attention, or you're not scared of, what's the word? It begins with a D. You're not scared of people disapproving of you, essentially. Personality. But your personality is just as bomb as your looks. In this case, like, you guys won. You guys won. That's it, period. You won. Like, not to keep comparing women, because I don't like doing that. But like I said, Beyonce, she chilling, she cool and all that. But I wouldn't really want to be her friend, you know? She kind of gives, like, elitist, you know? And I feel like Rihanna kind of gives that as well. Like, but it's more in a way where I'm cool with everyone, but I only have a few select people that are, like, close to me. We can get a kiki in, a laugh in, but you don't try me, don't play me, that kind of thing. You know your place in my life. Beyonce is like, she will like smile and be friendly with you, but the whole time, like, not ever really let you in. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like it's a vibe they give off. But like I said, I would want to more so be Rihanna's friend than Beyonce's friend, because it's just an energy they give off. I'm attracted to one more than the other, right? Child, Beehive don't come for me. I love both of them, okay? But for different reasons and for different things, okay? I love my Beyonce because she's a Virgo, and I love me a Virgo because I'm a Virgo, right? But Rihanna's much more not approachable, but down to earth in her realism. Beyonce's kind of like, I like being this person who people don't know anything about and they want to know more about. Like, she likes being that person. Rihanna's like more relatable. People like her. People relate to her more. But there's also an air of, I am above you, but it's in a more approachable kind of way. I guess does that make sense to y'all? I don't want to over explain it. Let me leave it alone. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I guess Beyonce, or I should say Rihanna, gives the air of you could be friends with her one day, even though you know you probably would never be. And Beyonce like kind of cuts it off right there and says, no, we're never gonna be friends. Stop it, please. And that's the difference. Okay, I hope it makes sense, y'all. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then we have another 6 coming through, a 6 of Pentacles. So you're coming through like a very easygoing, very friendly or get along withable person. Oh, you're making up words, child. You're very easy to get along with because you are very generous. You are very caring. I'm also hearing mindful. So you are someone who wants to make everyone feel comfortable in a way that some people don't. Some people like people to be on their P's and Q's around them. And some people are like, just chill, relax, I'm a regular person. Right? One enjoys being a celebrity more than the other because of the anonymity they get, or like the separation from regular people they get, you know? Okay. For you, it's kind of giving your down to earth, your down ASS, BITCH is what's coming through. I don't want to say that because I don't know how YouTube feels about those words. Not that I like to say them anyway, but you know what I mean. Personality, please, for my group 3s, please, Spirit. The first impression they give their next person, personality-wise, you're popular. You make friends quite easily. You're also caring. So you're not someone who's only popular and stuck up about it. You're popular and very caring with it, you know? Ooh, the way the cards are flying. We have 4 of Pentacles. 4s are coming through. 6s are coming through for you guys. Interesting. And if you add those all together, it gives 10. So it's like giving a whole, complete human being. I'm hearing your personality complements your looks really well. So it's like, up here, we're getting 4s and a 10. Down here, we're getting 6s and a 4. So either way, like 10s across the board, right? Didn't I call you about the dime earlier? 10s all across the board. And then we have another card. We have an 8 of Swords. Interesting. And this is another card about not knowing the effect you have on people. This is crazy. Like, I wonder what it is, guys. Now I'm curious. Because the 4 of Cups is like, you don't see that people are romantically attracted to you, or you kind of cut it off, or you're oblivious to it. One of those things. And then the 8 of Cups is kind of an energy of being so, like, hard on yourself that you're not able to see the forest for the trees. You're not able to see that your personality is, like, so loving and so giving that people truly like you. They're not playing, they're not acting, they don't want to just use you for whatever. People honestly truly like being around you, and it's something you can't really seem to see. There's an air of like reservedness, or I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I already have, like, you're not seeing who you are in the eyes of other people. So you may be someone who's like a little insecure when it comes to your social standing, maybe. Maybe you think everyone's judging you, so you kind of keep to yourself, but they're not. But I don't think you keep to yourself, though. Maybe you keep your, like, gooey, ooey side to yourself, but you do have, like, a persona that's on when you're out and about. Because you have to have something with the 6 of Wands coming through here. And the 6 of Cups. Is it Cups? No, it's Pentacles, sorry. It's kind of like you give people a sense of familiarity, of I can relate to that person. It's always reminding me of how people love to see different influencers, or not even see, they love to relate to them or support them because they see themselves in that person. Yes, you have a lot of following. Yes, you have a lot of people who follow behind you and like you, but you're not letting it get to your head. And that's that like down to earthness that comes through in your personality, I guess, and your looks. Like, oh, this person's unapproachable, but they're still like a little approachable. Like, that's what that's what I was saying about, like I said, the Rihanna reference. Even Megan Thee Stallion, she's like very, people like to sexualize her because of her looks, but she seems like a very like down to earth kind of girl. Especially, I believe it even more because she came on season 7 of Love Island, and she was like just so like open and friendly and just regular with the girls. She wasn't acting like she was some celebrity. She was acting like getting in on the antics. And she's like, I'm one of you still, even though I do have some kind of celebrity status, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here for you. Yes, you are an influencer. You could have mad friends. You could have mad followers, people who like just gravitate towards you, but you're not letting it get to your head in any kind of way. Yes, you're very pretty, but it's still giving, you don't think people would want you romantically. You don't think people see you beyond like friendship energy. And it could be because you close yourself off, or people think you're too good for them. If that makes some kind of sense. Of a guy, it's like, oh, this girl's out of my league, I'm not even going to try to talk to her. Of course, you're going to think every guy you meet is friend zoning you, but it's them friend zoning themselves because they don't think they're good enough for you. If that makes any kind of sense, right? This person could think that, oh, this person may have a lot of friends, and oh, why are they single, essentially. And it's like, because you don't think people see the romantic potential in you. They just see you as a good friend, a good time. You can have fun with them, but they're not seeing the romantic, emotional side to you. They're just seeing the person who's drinking, throwing back shots, whining and partying, but they're not seeing, oh, this person as like a relationship person, if that makes sense. Okay. Anyway, that's what I'm getting, honestly. That is what I'm getting. Put this up a little more. Behave yourself. You do give a lot of yourself personality-wise. So you can be the person who's always wanting to make everyone laugh, wanting to make everyone feel comfortable. You know, you're always showing up for friends or people you never met. You're asking them, are you okay? Are you going to get home safe? Like, is there anything that you need? So it's very much giving like a caretaker role in like a very beautiful person's body. You know what I mean? Okay. Did you guys see the Six of Wands well enough? You guys have been seeing these cards for the longest. We have the Eight of Swords, and then we have the Six of Wands. So you get a little bit more time with the cards. But it's giving, I am who I think I am. She is who she thinks she is. There's no reason for her to think, oh, she's too pretty, she's not this, she's not that. Because it's all true. You are that pretty, you are that nice, you are that caring, you are that loving. You know, you are someone people see romantic potential in. Do they think they're good enough? Maybe not, but that has nothing to do with you. Oh boy, my body's aching. It's that time of the month and I'm not having a good time. I'm glad I was able to film these readings, because earlier I almost didn't make it to work, child. I almost didn't get up and go to work. That's how bad it was. But it kind of, went away. It got bad, then it went away. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do readings today. I just want to go home and lay down. Because I try to thug it out. I try not to take any, Advil or whatever. And just, do what I got to do and try to live life. And just go home and, get into the fetal position and rock back and forth. And essentially, or eventually, the pain goes away. When you're at work and you have to focus on stuff, the pain just won't leave you alone. That's how it was today. I was upset. But nobody would be able to tell I was still fucking it out. But dang. But like I said, it went away now and I'm glad, okay? So you are giving kind of like thug it out. You know what I mean? What is another like example? I heard like hood princess. I don't know what that means. Like, you're the pretty girl in the hood that gets along with all the guys, but they know they can never talk to you because they're just not in your league, that kind of thing. You get along with people, you're friendly. But not everyone's going to be up to your caliber when it comes to your standards and love, maybe. That could be what that is. But let me get into these last little bit of cards. Like, your reading went pretty smoothly. A lot of wands, a lot of cups. A very desirable, sexy person, I feel like. But people, the thing about it is, while you are sexy, people respect you enough to not waste your time if you're not looking for anything serious, or to not come and be talking to you if they don't see a future. That kind of energy. They respect you to not play in your face and waste your time. Okay? So now I think these cards can move back over. But your personality is kind of like unsure sometimes. With the Eight of Swords. Or anxious. Maybe you're someone who's like always bouncing your leg or looking and what is it called? Shifty eyes. You can't hold eye contact. Those could be things that are like, uniquely you. They could be because of something. You could be neurodivergent. It doesn't really matter. But these are things this person's picking up as a first impression. You don't seem to understand how attractive you are to them, at least, or to the world in general. You don't understand how friendly you are. I don't want to keep going over it, child. But there's something here about you being very desirable and you not realizing how desirable you truly are. And that could be something that they're picking up on. What card is this? We have sacrifice. Interesting. You could sacrifice yourself a lot. And look, oh my gosh, guys, I am done. What I've been saying for the past like 5 minutes, look at how she is crying on a rock by herself because these two people are in the cup falling in love and she feels like she's never going to get that. She's not seeing herself as a paramour that someone would desire romantically because of something that is holding her back. In the Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords coming through here in both of these cards here. There's something that's holding her back, not making her think that she's romantic enough or she's going to get that love. So right now, she's like sacrificing that part of herself. This is the most interesting thing I've ever. And then here we have a sense of place. I almost thought it was sense of palace, so that could be important. And then here we have Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, they're just lucky to have met your child. They're lucky to be able to snatch you up while they still can. They're happy that you're someone who didn't like take the other route and become stuck up and, oh, I'm too good for everyone. You went the other way of, oh, I'm not, and that's not even better. But it's kind of like they're glad that you went that route because now they're able to kind of like take you and snatch you up, get a chance with you, as opposed to if you were someone who was high and mighty, they wouldn't be able to even get close to you, which is the example I was trying to set with the Beyonce Rihanna thing. Beyonce's like, no, I'm too good for you. Don't even think about it. Rihanna's like, you can think about it. You could try. I'm open to it, but just know it's not going to be easy, right? There's a difference between those two energies, is it not? I hope you understand what I'm saying, child. Okay. Anywho, like I said, I don't like pitting women against each other, and I'm not pitting them against each other. I'm just showing you how there's different energies here. They're both pretty, they're both gorgeous, but it's like a little air of like a bad girl to Riri, where Beyonce gives more good girl and, oh, race right, and no, Rihanna be up in carnival, half naked, busting a wine on everybody, son and daughter. Beyonce, you could never see her doing, I could never see her doing that. So there's an air of like mischievousness to you, of down to earthness. You're going to get down and dirty with the rest of us, even though you're giving goddess vibes, you know? Child, I'm over explaining it. Anyway. And then we have this duality as well coming through. This came through in group 2. You could have called it group 2. But it's giving like, there's two sides to you. And this side is giving ruthless because the way he's squeezing this fish, dag. What did the fish do? And then this side is like giving happy and welcoming and, you know? And this, you know what it's giving me? We have the moon and we have the sun. The sun is like very happy, very bright, being in the light. And then we have like the moon, which is like secrets and sadness and feeling lost or overcome by emotions, overtaken by emotions. And that's what these two cards, the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords, can be representing for you as well. Like I said, it's coming through in the looks. Like, oh, this person is not looking at me in a romantic way, but they are. And Eight of Swords, okay, which is I can't see a way out of this energy. I don't know, something like that is coming through, okay? But yeah, we have sadness come through. We have Wheel of Fortune, which is like fate and destiny. So that is something that comes through on this first impression as well. I was meant to meet this person. Okay, now we're gonna get these cards here and see what comes through. But this sense of place is like, I love how this card, like there's a few cards from these decks that seem to be like bonded with cards from the tarot. So for example, in other readings, the Ace of Wands loves to come out with temptations in this deck because they both kind of represent the same thing. In group 1, 10 of Cups came out, and then we got a sense of place. And I took it as this person feels a sense of belonging, like they belong here. They're safe with you. They feel like they matter, like they're cared for, you know? And I'm hearing that song by Sasha Alex Sloan, because I matter to you. You make me feel something you do because I know that I matter to you. She's like saying in the beginning of the song, I hate New York City. There's crowded streets and everyone is upset or whatever. is the gist, the summarized version of that song. But she's like, but you make me feel different, you do, because I feel like I matter to you. That's the energy coming through with your person. But sense of place is definitely giving that kind of energy. I might want to read it from the book, but let's get the cards from this deck as well before we finish off the reading. Anything else we need to know? Confirmations, extra messages. For my group threes, we have one card. We have north, south, east, and west. And it's funny because right when I started this reading, I was like, if this card came out, I would take it for you're kind of like surrounding this person. Everywhere they look, they're thinking of you and they just see you and smell you. That kind of thing. You're inescapable is the kind of energy that I'm getting for this first impression. Because we have north, south, east, and west. That's everywhere. That's every direction. No matter where they turn or where they go, they're thinking of you, looking at you, smelling you, feeling you, that kind of thing. They can't escape. Anything else? Do we have up in smoke? Look at how we have this mind your own card here. She looks very shy, like she's like on her own a little bit, you know, reserved. Or like scared that someone could like potentially hurt her feelings. That could be coming through as well. We have clear space, clear mind. So they can feel that way around you. That's their first impression of you. They can think clearly. Here we have up in smoke. It's definitely giving genie vibes from Aladdin. And yeah, the thing is, the lamp is right there. This up in smoke, when things go up in smoke, usually like things get messed up or ruined. Like, well, that opportunity went up in smoke. You can't touch it or feel it. This person may feel like at some point during this interaction, they fumble you. Interesting. And then we have ring around the fairies. Ring around the rosy. That is like, I don't know what that means, honestly. But in the picture, they're all like dancing around the fire. So you are giving fire because, of course, this is your crystal. The first card out was the Eight of Wands. So you're a larger than life, full of life kind of person. And this person just wants to, whoever this next person may be, just wants to dance around you and praise you. Praise dancing is coming through. It's kind of like what ancient civilizations who believed in like water or sky goddess or gods and goddesses, they would like do like a rain dance to make it rain. Okay, anything else coming through for you guys? I don't think so. But this mind your own is so like, I don't know. It's so contradictory to the energy I was getting right off the bat with the Queen of Wands. Like, what is up in smoke? Maybe you do have moments of being shy and reserved with this person, and that could be them thinking they're losing you, but you're just going into your shell because now they're actually showing romantic interest is kind of like confusing you or making you feel like, you know, more shy, reserved, whatever you want to call it. That could be the thing as well. I did want to read about sense of place in the book, and then I'll leave y'all. See what it says. I hate New York City. Sense of place 53. You could meet this person in New York City. And it flipped right to it. How funny. Okay, in Javanese folktales from Indonesia, Naya or Nye Roro Kidul is known as the Queen of the Southern Sea. She is sometimes depicted as a mermaid with the upper body of a beautiful woman and the lower body of a snake or fish. On the island of Java, there is a local custom that discourages people from wearing green, as it is believed to be the Nyai Roro Kidul's favorite color. Part of Java's southern coastlines are designated for rituals and offerings to Nyai Roro Kidul. When this card is drawn, designate a place to practice self-care. Consider creating a sanctuary in your home where you can unwind, reflect, and simply be with yourself. Yeah, that's what this person feels with you, a sense of safety and security. It could be as simple as finding a comfortable place to sit or lighting a candle. Make space for yourself amid chaos, okay? So you're the calm and the chaos of this person, okay? But I'm going to leave you reading right here. A lot has come out. Going to let you think about that, meditate on that. Hope this first impression goes well. Well, it probably will. But yeah, I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day. This person also like how you talk. That just came through last minute. Whenever you're watching this reading, as always, I will see gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah.